Hello, welcome to a weekly reading vlog. It's been a while since I've just done a bog standard weekly vlog, at least it feels that way. So that is what we're up to today. It is Monday night, I have finished work for the night. I haven't done any reading yet because I've been at work today, shockingly. But I thought we could just do a standard week, like a what I read in a week as a not full-time bookish content creator, because I'm not. I love seeing those posts on Instagram. Little tangent. Those posts on Instagram, it's like what I read in a week as a full-time bookish content creator. I know that like Becca from Becca and the Books does them sometimes, and Steph from Steph Loves does them sometimes, and other creators do them as well. And I just look at those page numbers and think, damn, if only I didn't have a full-time job. But I do. So this is what I read in a week as a hobbyist bookish content creator, because my full-time job is in something else. But the plan for tonight, I'm going to do some sprints with my Patreons tonight, and I'm going to be reading The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I am about to start this because I still haven't done that yet, and we'll see how far I get tonight, but that is the plan. So yeah, let's get going. Just thought I'd show off my dinner because this looks absolutely delicious. It's like a pork fried rice sort of situation. Smells so good. Can't wait to dig in. Hi. Oh, this vlog's gonna be so real. It's Tuesday evening. I want to go to bed so badly. Well, I'm on bed. I'm gonna get in bed shortly. But I thought I'd give you an update on how much I read Monday, because we're doing like a whole how much do I read in a week as a not full-time creator. And I got to page 29. So I read 29 pages on Monday evening. Haven't read anything yet today. It's nearly 8 PM. I've got home from work, done some bits that I needed to do, and I'm now gonna settle down in bed for the night. Could really do without the sleepiness, because I do need to get a shift on with reading that, so hopefully I can actually get some of that read tonight. But before we go on with that, would you believe me if I told you that my whole room right now is being lit by my Sirius light? Because it is. This is my Sirius light, and I would like to say thank you to Jadeyraereads for sponsoring this video. This thing is super duper flexible, so when I don't want to use the big light, I flex this so that it like points at the ceiling, because this is all super bendy. This is my HD standing Sirius light. I flex that up so it like reflects off the ceiling, and it like fully illuminates this room. And this thing has daylight wavelength technology, which replicates daylight as close as possible, so it's like nice and easy on the eye, and I just really like the way that it lights up the room. But then also when I want to read, bend it down, boom, flexed down onto my lap where my book is, perfect. And I can dim it, ooh, mood lighting, and I can make it brighter, and I can twizzle this little thing on it to like focus the beam of light or soften the beam of light depending on what I need to do. And I just think it's all super cool. I'm very passionate about this light. I've had it for a few months now, and I just love how useful it is. I love how easy it is on my eyes. Like artificial lighting, as someone who suffers with migraines, lighting can sometimes be difficult, but I've had absolutely no problems with this, and I'm gonna thank the daylight wavelength technology for that, because it's just wonderful. So I will leave a link to Jadeyraereads down below so you can check out their array of Sirius lights. As I say, this is the HD fully standing one, but they do like desk ones as well, so I'll leave a link down below for you to check them out. Fully recommend. Like, I genuinely love the product. And I am also happy to let you know that I do have a code with Serious Readers, which is Jade24, and that will get you £100 off an HD Serious Light, just like mine, and free UK shipping. So, win, win, win for your eyeballs and upping the reading game. Big fan. Thank you very much, Serious Readers, for continuing to sponsor these videos and support my channel. But yeah, right now I am gonna settle in. I might dim the light just a little bit because I am sleepy, and try and get some of this reading done tonight because I was not very successful yesterday. I did, however, actually film and edit a video yesterday that I then uploaded today, and did some like admin-y tasks and stuff as well. So I did other productive things that, as someone with a full-time job, I cannot do at other times. It is my evening activities. And you know what? Today at work has completely scrambled my brain as well, and I think that's why I'm so tired. I've been doing some testing at work, but it's testing in a system that I don't usually work in, and it's just made my brain feel a little bit like scrambled egg. So yeah, I'm gonna get in bed. I'm gonna try and read a little bit. I'm probably gonna fall asleep. But giving you the realness. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Happy hump day. It is 4:30. I am home from work. I finish work at 4. I am home. I am in the hoodie. I am cold. And I am ready to do some Patreon sprints this evening. If you didn't know, every Wednesday on my Patreon I do hump day sprints. We sprint from 5 PM till usually like between 10 and 11, so like a good 5 hours or more every Wednesday. So there you go, if you didn't know. Last night I did not do a lot of reading. Shocker, am I right? I am on chapter 7, which is page 56. So what did I read? I was on page 29 and I'm now on page 56. So what's that, like 27 pages. I read 27 pages last night. So I'm doing about 20-something odd pages a day. I will be reading more than 20-something odd pages tonight. With the help of sprints, I've got nothing else to do tonight. Jake's going out with my dad. I don't have like a video to film and edit and upload and so on. I am literally going to be reading tonight. So I think. So I'm hoping to make decent progress. But it's been another full day at work. It's been another like brain scrambling day at work. Honestly, what I'm working on at the minute, I do feel a little bit like this is a bad week for me to like try and come back to weekly vlogging, because my brain is just like fried from work at the minute. But I'll wake up, I'll come back to life, it'll be fine. So yeah, that's where we're at. I don't really have a lot of thoughts on this so far. I still feel like I'm very early on. I don't dislike it, but I also don't like it. Like I'm very early, very much just kind of getting, well, not even to grips with the land, like I'm just getting to be introduced to certain things. So, you know, still lots of development to come, but I'm looking forward to making some good progress tonight. I'm so excited to give you an update that's actually really positive and not just I read 26 pages. I'm like halfway through this book. I'm also so out of focus. But I'm about halfway through this book. I have made it to page 237 tonight. And I was on page like 50, what did I say, like 57 when I started or something. So I have read a lot on sprints tonight and I am so pleased with that progress. And now I actually have thoughts and feelings on this book. I am enjoying. It definitely has a slow start. Like, up until about page 150, it was very slow going, and like I kind of liked the vibe, but didn't really get it, didn't know what was going on, didn't really understand what these characters were doing, or any of the above. Like, I was just kind of following the river and didn't really get it. And then after page 150, it has just like majorly picked up, and now I'm very invested, very much enjoying. Varg and Orca's perspectives, particularly. There's 3 different perspectives in this. We've got Varg, Orca, and Elvar. Varg and Orca, very interested in what's going on with them. Elvar, I still am yet to like understand what her game is. Like, we've had a bit of a revelation about her, but I still don't understand like the implications of that to the story, or like why that's relevant at this point. I have it on good authority that that comes and her perspectives get more interesting. Not that they're not interesting, I just don't understand the relevance of them. Especially when you compare them to Varg and Orca's perspectives, who very clearly have stories going on. Elvar's kind of is lacking that a little bit, and I'm sure, like, as always happens in these epic fantasies, those 3 POVs will collide and all be relevant to each other. I have faith that that will happen. Like, I know that John Gwynne can do that very well. Hello, Faithful and the Fallen series. But yeah, I'm enjoying the vibes. I'm really into the like gods of this world, and the like dead gods and the offspring of the gods and so on. So like, there are certain people who have the blood of the dead gods and almost have this, or like remnant of ability of the gods, like this, the strength of the god that they are a descendant of. And there are people hunting those people, and there is political goings on as well. There are people that want rule of all of this land. We've got queens, we've got princes, we've got jarls, we've got different people vying for power and having like different ideals and so on. So all good things, and all things that I enjoy, and now I'm far enough in to actually be actively enjoying that and enjoying the characters and the perspectives. I'm having a good time, and I'm so proud with how much I've managed to read tonight. So Wednesday, a much better reading day for me, but by having my Patreon sprints, I kind of knew that it would be. But yeah, ending Wednesday on page 237. Thursday's dinner. Yum. Good morning. It's Friday morning. I actually didn't get the camera out yesterday. But it's Friday morning and I am very sleepy. I very much wish I was still in bed. But I start work in about half an hour. So I'm here to give you updates from yesterday, whilst I'm, like, before I get into today's reading. Let's give you an update on yesterday's reading. So on Thursday, I started on page 237, I ended on page 272, so not as much yesterday, which actually, looking back on it now, is more than I thought I had read yesterday, because I thought to myself, God, I only spent like half an hour reading yesterday. Like, I should have spent more time, but it's still a decent little chunk. What is that? Like 35-ish pages. So still more than Monday and Tuesday. But nothing compared to Wednesday. So that does mean I am now over halfway through this. I would love to finish this today, because if I can finish this big book in hello emails, if I can finish this big book in a week of reading, like a standard Monday to Friday week, while still working my job every day, no days off, and it's been one of those weeks at work where I have had to use my brain. I don't know if I've spoken about this in this vlog, but sometimes during a typical week of, still working and making book content and reading and doing sprints and living a life, some weeks I will read more than others, naturally. But that also depends on what I'm doing at work, because if I'm doing the sort of activities at work that mean I can stick an audiobook on, and say I'm doing something really like monotonous, or I'm doing something that's more visual and less like thinky, then I can listen to an audiobook and I can emails. Hello, you can tell that it's like first thing in the morning. All of the newsletters are coming in. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, if I'm doing something monotonous or something visual, I can listen to an audiobook and quite easily do both of those things. So in that sort of week, I might, get through a couple of books in a Monday to Friday because I can listen to an audiobook whilst I'm working. What I'm doing at work this week, I can't do that. It's requiring me to actually like pay attention to data and I'm making notes of what's going in places and having to cross-reference things in different systems, and it's really using my brain. Honestly, when I started what I'm working on at work at the minute, I didn't think that it would make my brain feel quite so much like scrambled eggs, but it does. So no audiobooks for me this week, which does mean that everything I'm reading is just in the evenings after work. And it is now Friday. Yeah, yesterday I just needed some empty brain time, I'll be honest with you, because I felt like I hadn't really had that too much. Like Monday, I filmed, edited, uploaded a video, and did a little bit of reading. Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday I had a rough day. Tuesday was the day I ordered pizza and got in bed. I don't think I told you that part, did I? On Tuesday I ordered pizza and got in bed because my brain felt like dead. So I didn't read much on Tuesday either. Obviously Wednesday, sprints, read loads. Yesterday, as we've just established, like 30 odd pages. And then I spent a decent portion of my evening just watching Smosh Games videos and doing my paint by numbers. And I just tried to chill and not really do much that required any thought, because it felt like I needed that. But I also did that on Tuesday. My brain just feels scrambled this week. Maybe this week hasn't been the best week to do this because I'm so scrambled. Anyway, as I say, the plan is to try and finish this tonight, which seems ridiculously ambitious considering how little I have been reading. I am doing sprints again tonight, so hopefully that will help me. But I would love to get this done in this vlog, because then I have other weekend plans that I would like to do. But right now, I need to prepare myself to start work. Oh, and I'm so tired. And I don't have any milk, so I can't make a cup of tea. I should have gone out yesterday and got milk, but I didn't. Right. Snapping into reality. Snapping into work mode. Let's fry these scrambled eggs. This is just going to be one of those vlogs where I don't move and every clip is filmed in the library. Because Monday to Friday, this is where I am. If I'm not in the office, I'm in the library. And by in the office, I mean at work in the office. But obviously I have been working from home today. I did actually read a little bit on my lunch break. It is now it was the end of my workday about 50 minutes ago. And I went and took Finn for a walk, like straight after work to get it out of the way because I've got sprints starting in 10 minutes. So like as soon as my workday finished, I was like, right, let's get Finn out. So we've been for a walk. He's now tired. I'm now really warm. But I did read a little bit on my lunch break. And I am now on page 308. So what's that? I was on page 73. 35 pages on my lunch break. That's not too bad. So I'm now on chapter 35, page 308, which means that this is how much I have to finish tonight. I'm on page 308 of 480, well, 478. So I've got 170 pages that I need to try and read tonight in order to get this finished in a work week. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. I will tell you, my heart right now desperately wants to read translated fiction. Like, I'm looking down at the Restaurant of Lost Recipes, I'm looking down at Welcome to the Hunamdong Bookshop, I'm looking at Tales from the Cafe. I'm thinking, I really want to go over there and read those. So I think I might do another vlog for the weekend of reading and try and get through some of my translated fiction whilst it's like really on my mind to do so. And naturally I always read a lot more at the weekend than I do during the week, but the whole point of this was, with a full-time job, what can I read in a work week? So I'm disappointed in myself. I have to finish this. I can't not finish this. If this is all I manage to read, man, let's go. And we are done. You are very precariously balanced and you keep wobbling, sorry. But we are done. It is Friday night, it's 11:30 on Friday night. I am about to go to bed. So that is the end of my regular work week. And I am happy to report that I did manage to finish Shadow of the Gods this evening. So I read like an extra 170 pages this evening after reading like 30 odd on my lunch break. So somehow today I've managed to read 200 pages, which is shocking and honestly not entirely regular for a Friday. But I think I gave it one final push because I wanted to finish it for this vlog, and I've got other things that I want to read over the weekend. And I just wanted to wrap it up, so I definitely pushed it to finish it and succeeded. So, thoughts in general on this? Shock at every turn. The first 150 pages of this were pretty slow going, like it took a bit to get into it and to understand it. There are 3 different perspectives in this. We have the perspective of a man who was a slave. He's managed to free himself and is kind of carving a new path for himself whilst also out for his own revenge. We have the perspective of a mother who has a past but really just wants a home for her husband and her son, and for them to be safe and together and loved. And a woman who has joined a warrior party band thing, because she wants to find her battle glory, and that is what she's always wanted to do. So you've got those three perspectives. And each one kind of takes a little bit to get into, but to start with, two of those three, the slave hunting for his revenge and the mother, believe it or not, are the two perspectives that I found easiest to get into and start understanding their relevance and what they're doing and how this is part of a bigger plot. Whereas Elvar, who is the woman who's after her battle glory, it took a while to get into what was going on her side and what her story was, what it had to do with anything. There are a couple of revelations about who her family is, the options she's been given, etc. But I didn't really think that I cared too much about her perspective for most of it until something happened in her perspective, and I was like, jaw on the floor. Oh my god. I didn't know I cared. I didn't know I was invested in this side of the story at all until that happened, and I was like, give me more right now. To the point where I was then flicking ahead to be like, when's the next Elvar bit? Because I need to know. And then, yeah, the pacing for that second half, and especially the last 200 pages that I've managed to get through tonight, the pacing was just rapid. The shocks and betrayals, rapid. And then the bigger thing at the end, being in the shadow of a god. I'm so excited to continue this series. So this one was actually my October Patreon buddy read. The live show for this one for my patrons will have happened by the time this video goes up. So I like to read my Patreon buddy reads quite close to the live show date so that it's fresher in my mind, which does mean that I hope to get to Hunger. Yes, Hunger? That is the next one, right? Hunger of the Gods this month, if not early December, before the live show for it will be with patrons. But yeah, I loved it, and I'm so glad I did, because I loved, from John Gwynne, I loved the Malice books, Faithful and the Fallen books even, Malice, Valor, Ruin, Wrath, loved them, but I really had a not so great time with Time of Dread, and I haven't continued that series, and I'm not drawn to it, which is really sad. I have heard that series gets better, but that first book just didn't really do much for me, so I'm really glad that this one did, and I'm just shocked. So much shock. Yeah, 5 stars, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. I do feel a little bit funny about giving it 5 stars, because the first 150 pages were very slow and it took a bit to get into it. But then the way that the rest of the book made me feel, I can't give it less than that, because so clever. And I am very excited to see how John Gwynne weaves the rest of this story, because he is so good at bringing different threads of a story from different perspectives that have their own things going on, and then weaving it into this overall, it's just so well done, so good, and I'm excited to see how he continues that later in the series. Such a good time. Anyway, there you go. There is a very typical Monday to Friday reading week for me. I don't read a great deal every day of the week. Most of my reading is done on weekends. I have big reading plans this weekend. But yeah, when I'm working, I struggle to get through one book in a week. There's a little insight into my life, and also, if you watch any of my vlogs, you probably know this anyway, that I don't fucking leave this room. Ever. Obviously I do, I just don't take my camera anywhere else. Like, I have left this room. I have left the house. I have gone outside. You just haven't seen it. Well, anyway, I hope this has been entertaining for you. Relatable, maybe? I don't know. How much do you read in a normal, like, Monday to Friday week? Do you work full-time? Do you study full-time? How much do you read around that? Do you find it difficult to balance, like, work and hobbies with, like, reading, trying to keep up with all of the new books and never-ending TBRs, but also, like, having responsibilities? Yeah. Let me know how you manage it all. Any tips? Let's share. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now, so thank you once again to the sponsor of this video, Serious Readers. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye!